Hello there guys, girls, this is the Prussian Prince. Ooh, my microphone is super loud again. There we go, it should be fine now. Anyway, this is the Fall of the Samurai tournament match. Round of 8 between Adalar of USSR and Tung of IDE. This is the LAN Fall of the Samurai 1v1 tournament hosted by ITS. Or should I say UW's Himu. Now let me go over the builds, but before that, again, first two games on Gifu Crossing, next two on Crossroads, and if needed, tiebreaker on Alpine Ridge. Of course, we're going to be starting with Gifu. And we have Farmhouse and Shrine on the field. For Adalar, here is what he brought to the field. He's got a command gun general, pretty good choice. Then we see, let me slow motion. Okay, he does have 2 revolvers hidden in the forest, nice and standard. 4 Yari keys in total, 2 on his left flank, 1 rank 4, 1 vanilla, and 2 over here, 1 rank 4 and 1 vanilla. Personally, I prefer 4 rank 2 or 4 vanilla over 1 rank 4 and 1 vanilla. Over 2 rank 4 and 1 and 2 vanilla. I think this is a little bit strange, but if it works for him, you know. Anyway, in terms of I was gonna say melee infantry, but in terms of lines, he's got 3 red bears on his left flank supporting a US Marine. As for his right, got a red bear, a white bear, and a Shogunate Guard infantry. That is basically it. Now for Tung. See what he's brought to the field. He has 2 revolvers and 2 Yari key vanilla on this flank. Probably, yeah, 2 more Yari keys over here, I would expect. We only see 1 that is currently vanilla. In terms of lines, he's got, let's see here, 2 red bears, 1 black tortoise force, a white bear, and a US Marine on this side. As for his left flank, he has a red bear 150 range, interesting choice. And this unit is doing weird things. I believe he has, these are 2 red bears, or is this 1 red bear? This looks weird. This definitely looks strange. I guess it's 1 red bear, but it's just weird formation. So 1 red bear over here, 1 Azure Dragon Force, and a white bear. But again, we'll see the farmhouse probably taken by Adalar. As for the shrine, Tung is going to be able to keep it for himself. Now, it's going to be a question of who gets the first shot here, because they're both kind of in range. Ooh, I feel like this unit will get the first shot. Will it? Nope. Any other shots anywhere? Ooh, over here, very nicely done with this 150 range red bear by Tung, dealing massive amounts of damage to this red bear. And the Shogunate Guard infantry already down to 119 men. Very well done by Tung there with this red bear in the forest, 150 range. And this isn't actually a terrible place to put it, as long as you don't push up, because it does have line of sight over here and over here. So as long as you don't push it too far up, you're firing from the forest into the open ground. So that's pretty good. Thing is though, I don't know how Adalar is going to be pushing this, because he's got, ooh, this is a mistake by Tung, I feel. So if Adalar gets a volley off, no, actually no line of sight here, so that is one thing. Ooh, I feel like Tung should be pulling back here, because this might not be the engagement he wants. Ooh, his red bear 150 range decimated by the Shogunate Guard infantry. I don't think this is something that he wants to start. Definitely Adalar making a mistake here. He should be pushing up this red bear over here to offer supporting fire. And now he's kind of going to get a little bit flanked, but I think most of the unit isn't actually firing, most of that unit. So that's a nice move by Adalar, because it doesn't really have range of line of sight over there. But you can now see that the Shogunate Guard infantry is getting targeted by the 150 range red bear. So Adalar is going to pull back, but because it is difficult to push into a forest, even if it's just a 150 range red bear. It's still a red bear, so you might be able to target it down. I feel like he maybe could have, because it is a 150 range. is going to be really annoying, and it looks like Unlane Tung is going to keep pushing that advantage. He might even get further shots off onto Adalar's troops. This isn't going to be good for Adalar if he doesn't pull back this Shogun Guard infantry. He's going to pull him back now, but ooh, he does get shot in the back. He's going to take massive casualties. Not going to rout yet, but definitely looking very, very good for Unlane Tung at the moment. I just don't see how Adalar is going to pull this one out. Even his revolver is taking damage because of getting shot. Like they're behind this Shogun Guard infantry, so they've taken damage. And it's pretty significant too. This one lost some. Over here there was some skirmishing going on, but it looks like what was there? Yeah. This unit somehow lost some men. Not quite sure what did it though. So Adalar is pushing forward, but Unlane Tung rather, but ooh, some nice volleys over here. Gonna stop this hierarchy, and now he pulls back, but he lost like 15 men of his hierarchy. At least he didn't use the whole unit though, but still. And this might be overcommitting. However, the US Marine is gonna get caught here. Black Tortoise though should stop here and allow the US Marine to pull back. Necessary. This unit isn't really supporting at the moment. The hierarchies are going to do well here, but they might just be routed off the field. He needs to disengage. He needs to disengage or get... Yeah, he needs to disengage. Okay, this isn't worth it. If he kills the Black Tortoise... Okay, but if he loses the hierarchy, it's not really worth it. I feel like Adalar could be a bit more aggressive over here and just get this forest over here and fire at this red bear from the forest. I don't see why he wouldn't. Especially as he has a white bear against red bear, and white bears will beat red bears in terms of shooting. Engagement starting over here. The red bear's not actually going to do too well here. This unit is in... Actually, it's just barely... Some of it is actually out of the forest, but still going to end up losing. Oh, this poor hierarchy gonna get shot. I mean, I feel like Adalar isn't really taking the time to flank around with his cavalry. Ooh, I'm not sure about this by Unlane Tung though. Like, he shouldn't be committing this hierarchy already, because the unit's basically going to be off the field at this point. Revolvers are not in position here. Oh, but I'm not sure if this hierarchies will get out in time before they get shot. Probably not. They're going to take massive casualties here. Look at the revolvers starting to get the kills, but now they're getting targeted and they're getting engaged by the hierarchies. Adalar does pull back, but Revolver is also going to get out of here without taking too many casualties because the hierarchies are engaging them. Or actually, no, there's still more hierarchies on the field. Engagement started over here, but Adalar actually pushed out of the forest. Besides pushing out of the forest, yeah, he's firing downhill, so this is pretty good for him, but the thing is that he got shot by 2 units, so that's not going to go too well for him anymore, and he's still getting shot. Over here, he's pushing into the forest. This 150 range red bear is going to crush this Shogunate Guard infantry. Here, this poor red bear getting ganged up on by multiple units as well. He might actually, yeah, he will be able to win this flank, but if he uses his revolvers properly. But using both of them like this, I'm not sure. Like, sure, you can use one frontally and then put one on the flank, but now these revolvers are firing at poor red bear as well. Basically, a revolver will kill 2 revolvers. This is very, very worth it for Unlane Tung at this point. Very, very nice trade here for in Unlane Tung's favor. I just don't know how Adalar is going to pull this one off, because it's looking very, very grim for him. Looks like Unlane Tung is going to continue pushing up. Very nice line of fire over here. And looks like that is game. Adalar does decide to concede defeat. So nice solid play by Unlane Tung actually. Very, very impressed. And the Red Bears, I think they actually paid for themselves. We'll see soon enough. We will see. Oops, sorry about that. We will see. So, See, only Tung. Again, the 150 range Red Bears did their work. Revolvers as well. Adalar's units. Nothing really did particularly well for Adalar. Look at this Shogunate Guardian 3. Basically kind of wasted unit. But anyway, see you guys in game 2. And this is game 2. See if Adalar can come back in this match. He's definitely gonna have a rough time against Tung though, based on what I'm seeing, since he's seems to be fairly solid, and he did very well in previous matches too. 3-0 against UW's Right Secta and 3-0 against Sacred Band Pizza. Now I don't know exactly how good they are in FotS. I know that Pizza was mostly a Shogun 2 player, I think. So yeah. Can't say exactly, but definitely he didn't drop a single game to either of them, so definitely looking very solid. Now, let's see the dojos, Shrine, and Farmhouse. For Adalar's build, we have 2 revolvers, and again, the same Yari key setup, I believe. 2 Yari key rank 4, 2 Yari key vanilla. And let us fast forward a little bit. Actually, no, let's just put it into slow motion. Then we see his command gun general as usual. Oh, I think I forgot to go over Tung's general. I believe he's also command gun. Anyway, Adalar has 2 red bears on his right flank. 2 upgrades actually, they're reload upgrades. Interesting choice, pretty cool. US Marine over here. With another red bear rank 2 here on this hill. Royal Marine with a red bear on his left flank. And that is basically the build for Adalar. Pretty standard and pretty strong. As for Tung, let's see what he's brought to the field. He has, again, 2 revolver cav, very standard, and here 2 Yariki vanilla. He also has probably 2 more Yariki hidden somewhere. On his left flank, we see that he's brought, is it 2 Azures? No, it's 1 Azure Dragon Force, a Black Tortoise, Infantry, the Marine, and a Red Bear. As for his right, he's got Black Tortoise, 2 Red Bears, and a 150 range White Bear. Interesting choice. No longer their 150 range Red Bear, but instead opting to go for another type of 150 range unit. He's got a fairly good position here. Thing is, though, he allowed Adalar to get the shrine. It was going to be very difficult for him to deny it, though, because Adalar can actually has easier access to the shrine, and it's really difficult to push up and deny it anyway. Like, unless you have like huge range advantage on this side, you can push him off the shrine, but he will still be able to capture it from this side. So I'm not exactly sure you can do it. So nice first volley here from the Black Tortoise Force into Red Bears, already getting pretty cost efficient. Looks like Tung is going to push in the forest. And if he gets the forest, which he actually looks like he might be, this is going to be good for Tung. Especially if he gets, again, 2 lines of fire. It's like he might be getting here. Ooh, this could be very, very nice. 2 lines of fire. This unit isn't really getting as much done as it could, though. It did get a nice volley, though. So really cool that he just basically fired 2 volleys and then pulled back. Very, very nice. So this Red Bear now is pulling out. 108 out of 150. Nothing done for it, actually. This leaves Tung able to take the forest. So Tung has the forest over here. Actually, he's going to pull out here because he knows that it's going to be hard for him to basically support this flank. So now Adalar is going to be forced to pull back over on this side. Because Adalar does have the shrine, which is more important than the farmhouse, I would say. 150 range White Bear pushing up here. I think this is a bit of a, yeah, this is, I guess it's alright, because if he gets the first shot against the Royal Marine, it will do decently. But still, I don't know why you would bring this instead of like more expensive Marines or something, because just a little bit more expensive, but so much more efficient in terms of shooting and melee than 150 range bears. Looks like Tung is going to push up his Black Tortoise, take the first shot, and then pull up his White Bears, but a little bit mistimed, I feel, so I feel like Adalar can pull back. Indeed, he does that, and very nicely timed as well. Ooh, he pulled back a little bit too late. Now he's getting shot. And he's pulling back uphill, so it is a bit more difficult to pull up. Though I feel like if Tung keeps pushing, this could not go too well for him. So though, that was a very good trade for Tung, and he's gonna pull back. Very nicely done by Tung once again. Quite solid. Like, even if he didn't get the volley off with the White Bear, that would have been amazing. The Marine, yeah, it killed 18 men. The Black Tortoise itself got some kills on the Royal Marines, which is much more important, because kills on this unit are more valuable than a Black Tortoise force. Like, I think you can basically almost bring 3 Black Tortoise force for the cost of the Royal Marine. Well, more like an infantry than Marine, so that's pretty crazy. Well, almost, not even. It's like, I guess you can bring like 2.5 Black Tortoise force for a Royal Marine, something like that. These Black Tortoises are really cheap and can do well as a like a second line or meat shields or something, and supporting like units that have aura good, because that would allow them to stay in the fight for longer, and they're very nice for zoning. Because even if you have like a bear unit, you don't want to push into a Black Tortoise force, because it wouldn't be very efficient trade, to be fair. So we do have the Red Bears over here getting the first volley off onto Tung's Red Bears. That's good for Adalar, actually. Ooh, he does get shot though. That's not too great. Only lost 1 man. Get miss micro here by Tung. I think this is the first mistake he made this game. He's gonna push up with Black Tortoise into the forest. He wants this Black Tortoise to take the damage and then push up with the 150 White Bears. Looks like Adalar is going to stand here and engage. He could be in a better position if he was actually in the forest, because he's actually behind the forest and not in the forest. I guess it's still going to be alright for him, because this White Bear, it's going to do damage, yes, and it's going to be very bad for the Royal Marine, but we've got Red Bears here flanking, or actually they're not shooting into this White Bear. Though the Royal Marine, from this situation, it should still be able to beat the White Bear. Indeed it will. If this was a Marine, it may have actually not gone so. Like, if this was a Marine, this unit might actually be down to like 50 men or something by now. But it's not a Marine, so yeah. The Red Bear is pushing up for Tung right now into this unit of Red Bear for Adalar. Ooh, huge mistake again by Tung. So he's making a couple mistakes right now after the great start that he had. This Black Tortoise is down to 55 men. I didn't even see how it lost men, actually. A bit confused. Oh yeah, it got shot because he moved it up. That was the unit that moved up and took most of the damage. So at the moment, I actually would put Adalar in a very slight advantage, I think. Because he still has the shrine, and Tung has a rough time pushing right now. Like, I'm not sure how Tung can push into Adalar's forces. He's gonna try something, and he actually has an extra line unit on this side, I think, so he could use that to start flanking. I think that's what he's planning to do. He's moving into this forest. He wants to come around and hit this Red Bear from its left flank, but I'm not sure if Adalar is going to allow that. Let's fast forward a little bit, because not much is actually going on right now. It's still fast forwarding. There's not much going on. Let's fast forward even more then. So it looks like Tung is going to push up, but I think that this would be this is going to be a mistake. Adalar isn't actually in the forest once again, so this is actually pretty bad for Adalar. Since he's not in the forest, he fired the Black Tortoise. Now the White Bear got a volley off onto the Royal Marines. Tung going to pull back, but oof. I think this was actually okay for him, because he killed a decent amount of Royal Marines here. So I guess that was okay. And he actually got another shot off into this red bear. So not too bad actually for Unlating. I think that was a decent trade. Because how is he going to deal with this US Marine? That is the question. But Adalar isn't really trying to use his 150s like over here or something, because if he pushed up a bit more, I feel like he could get some shots off onto this red bear. Though there might be a unit hidden here or something, which he might be afraid of, I guess. Because he could easily get shots off on this red bear. So there's probably a Marine hidden or something in that forest. And if there is, this US Marine wouldn't have a... I mean, sure, it would kill a lot of this red bear unit, unless it's pulled back, but the Marine from the forest would destroy it in return. Though I don't see where it is. It is probably over here. Right? Like, he brought a Marine. I don't remember if Tung did. He's probably hiding something over here, which is why Adalar isn't really happy about it. About pushing up into this red bear. Because otherwise he would, I think. So the revolvers for Adalar being positioned. Again, none of them can actually push forward. It is a huge stalemate between the two. I think Tung is trying to assess the situation, and he might go for the defense. So... hidden units? No. Adalar might prepare something over here. Oh, looks like Tung pushing up, and Adalar doesn't have line of sight. He's pushing through the forest again. Yeah, that was the infantry, the Marine hid in the forest. This could be big. If this US Marine is knocked out, this would be big. The thing is, it doesn't have line of sight. Oh, if the red bear gets first shot off. I don't think it will though. I think it's gonna get massacred. Oh, poor red bear lost so many. But now, in return, this US Marine is gonna start losing a lot too, because it's point blank. Not sure what Tung is doing over here though. I don't think he should be engaging here, because this is going to go very well for him. This side is very nice to engage on though, and I don't think he's gonna be able to defend the forest here. If Adalar does it properly, he can knock out this red bear and the two revolvers, and he's gonna use his revolvers very nicely here. Oh, a nice cav charge as well by Adalar, getting into the infantry, the Marine. This US Marine will have a field day now, dishing out the damage. Very, very well done by Adalar here. Just to get this one Yari key into the infantry, the Marine, this is going to make a huge difference. Kind of overextending on the sides here, I feel though. Yeah, Tung's infantry, the Marine, definitely going to lose here. US Marines of Adalar are going to melee or not. I don't know what they're doing. Are they really going to look each other in the face and start shooting? Okay. That is quite odd. But Tung does decide to go into melee. Still, his unit has taken far too much damage for it to matter. Like, it's gonna kill a few, sure, but it's gonna end up losing. And it doesn't even have as good stats in terms of melee. So this Marine should rout soon. Revolvers versus revolvers, but these revolvers will win because there's more of them. General of Tung supporting and killing a couple of revolvers, that's very good for Tung. In fact, this is still not looking too good for Tung. But it's not impossible for him to win, and he's still got this white bear over here, but US Marine getting shot at by red bear, that is wavering, that is pretty big. Adalar's general though is in stand and fight and is going to be able to provide, yeah, again, the nice bonuses to his troops. So yeah, this Yariki here gonna be off the field soon, but it's done quite a bit. He's stopped these units. I wonder though if this is a good idea for Adalar to have his general in stand and fight over here. He needs to get out of here. He needs to get out of here. Yariki gonna catch Tung's general, and Adalar's red bear is in a weird formation, but shouldn't really matter at this point. I don't know why Adalar isn't Making sure that his general is mounted, because a rear charge into any of these units would rout them off the field for sure. I guess it's not gonna matter. Red Bear's actually charging into these Red Bears, but we know which Red Bear is going to win. If these guys are actually gonna fire or charge, looks like they will fire. But if they rear charged this Red Bear, might have been insane. Still though, looks like Adalar is going to take the victory. Very, very close game though. Let's whoa, and it is the dance, the shuffle. Well, not really a shuffle, but just look at them. It's just so funny because they only use used like their left foot to make like one step forward. It's quite funny. Ooh, some graphic glitches over here. Red Bears. Strange. So only Tung's Red Bears gonna be pulled out. Well, I mean they're gonna be routing off the field, and actually have one more unit left for Tung. But let's just fast forward because at this point, is it gonna rout? No, it's still on the field. Kind of actually pushing up to its death. Let's see it get destroyed. Oh, there's another black tortoise over here. So much damage. This one over here as well. Yep, not gonna stand up to Red Bears in the forest. No way. This is an Azure. Oh, yeah. Ro8, he did bring an Azure. So it's going to be 1-1 Adalar. It's showing that he actually does have what it takes to potentially win this match as well, but I feel like this is going to be, yeah, I feel like the players are kind of like evenly matched at this point, so it's going to be, I don't know who to call it for. So this should be pretty interesting. I feel like it might be a 3-2 and not like a 3-1 from this point. Yeah, that is the game. Let's look at statistics. Adalar's Marines destroying units. Adalar's 150 White Bears doing some damage, and in fact mostly on Marines, so that was nice, but still not a lot of kills on them. I would have still preferred to see a Marine. I guess he did bring the infantry, the Marine, but still. Anyway, see you in game 3, currently 1-1. So this is game 3 between Tung and or Adalar and Tung actually. If we go by the bracket, Adalar is top and Tung is bottom on the bracket. Anyway, we're gonna have crossroads right now. See if the match is gonna end here, or if we're gonna go all the way to Alpine Ridge. I do wonder. Anyway, the dojos, we have archery dojo in the center, and on the flanks, workshop and shrine. Now let me go over the builds for Adalar. See what we've got. So we have, again, command gun general with 2 revolver cap and 3 yard key over on this flank. Two rank 3, 1 vanilla, and probably another 1 vanilla. There we go. As expected, I suppose. And then the Shogun infantry 150 range. This is a change. Infantry the Marine 150 as well. 2 red bears on his right flank, 1 on his left. And a spear levy as well. So let's see how this one's gonna go for Adalar. As for Tung, he has, let's see, 2 revolvers and 2 Yari keys. This seems to be something that he does a lot. Just puts 2 Yari keys with 2 revolvers on one flank and then separates the other Yari keys. Has another Yari key over here, again vanilla. In terms of his line contingent, he has a command gun general, and for his left flank we see a red bear with a white bear. In the center we have a red bear, a white bear, and a black tortoise. As for his right flank, looks like he's moving 2 red bears and a black tortoise force towards it. Interesting unit that he brought here actually is a vanilla Bokachi. Wow, pretty cool. I guess it might work on this map because he can actually fire above this ridge thing over here. Like normally you would see Boki and not Bokachi because Boki is more mobile and can also be like light cav or something and do rear charges, and it's generally more effective, I suppose. Whereas the Bokachi is not really as mobile and it can't do as much as Boki can, basically. But the thing is that he brought the Bokachi, I guess, because he wants to revolver cav. Because in this tournament, you can bring max 2 missile cavalry, so, and Boki is included in the mix, which I'm not sure why it is the case, but that is how it is. So let's see, the infantry, the marine here moving up. They might be able to get some shots off onto the Bokachi, but in return they would get shot by the white bears as they are in position. And let's see it play. I think Tung's hiding a Yariki over somewhere because he definitely has 4. Pretty sure about it. So an infantry marine here already losing 1 man, but it should have line. No, it doesn't have line of sight here. No engagements have actually started yet. Let's fast forward a little bit until engagements do start. It's not actually firing because there's no line of sight. So this is pretty crazy. Thing is though, Tung has Shrine and he has the archery dojo. Nobody's taken the workshop yet. I feel like someone should go for it, but I guess the situation is too tense at the moment to even try. This US Marine though, facing the Shogunate infantry. Infantry Marine starting to take some damage to the Bokachi. Look at these guys burning. Down to 143. So the Bokachi actually forcing this infantry marine off. I feel like Adalar could use his marine more like somewhere else because this is not really good terrain for the marine, I feel. And once he gets up here, yeah, it's pretty decent because he can see a lot of units over there. But the thing is, the Bokachi is going to stop him. Someone's general is under attack. Whoa. And look at the infantry marine dropping so quickly to Bokachi. That's one effective Bokachi. So now Adalar is going to pull back. Kind of a weird pullback though, like 3 lines. Gonna get a nice clean charge into the Black Tortoise before it firing, and he's going to disengage very quickly. Ooh, he still gets shot though, and that's 1 Yariki gone off the field. This Red Bear is in a very strange position. Looks like Adalar is going to reposition it. And now this unit over here in the forest could potentially get flanked soon, and Adalar needs to be careful about how he positions it. Infantry Marine taking so much damage to the Bokachi and could still take damage. This Bokachi has been so annoying for Adalar. It's killed like 30 guys in a 150 range unit. And now he's still targeting the marine and getting even more kills, up to 35 kills. Definitely worth it on marines. Ooh, Adalar was thinking about pushing forward with the revolvers, but you don't want to do that. Even if it's over a ridge and you feel like they don't have line of sight, it's still pretty crazy. Over here, Spear Levy decapping the archery dojo, very nicely done by Adalar. Nobody has the workshop still. And it's just so hard to push anything over here to take it, I guess. So it looks like Adalar is going to continue staying on the defensive at this point. Let's fast forward again. There is a huge stalemate right now, but Tung is kind of breaking it with like this Bokachi. And in fact, if he has the archery dojo, he can continue reloading the Bokachi and endlessly and infinitely fire arrows. And ooh, he doesn't actually kill anything in that one volley though, so that is a wasted volley. That was kind of unfortunate for him, I guess. He's gonna continue moving up the Bokachis, trying to get an angle onto the Marines maybe, but the Marines are... Oh, they're over here. He switched over to that side. I think that's okay. Ooh, the revolvers actually pushed up the Bokachis. They almost got shot here. This one unit for Adalar will push up, but again, I don't like this position because the Bokachi can definitely exploit this position. I don't know why he's even trying to push up with his revolvers. Adalar, that is. I don't see how Adalar can actually use this his advantage, I think. Well, I don't know. We'll see though. Ooh, the Bokachi getting a couple more kills, up to 48. In fact, some very nice kills on the revolver cab. 4 lost in this unit and 4 lost in this unit. That's actually very, very important. And he's killing a few spray levy right now, and he's actually gonna shoot again to this one red bear, so he should be able to do some damage. But he's not actually doing any damage. Oh, there's revolvers here. This is a huge mistake by Adalar if they get shot. Ooh, just barely noticing it. They almost got shot here. And now the General of Tung is going to move up and do damage to the spear levy because Adalar can't really... Yeah, this is very, very nice solid play by Tung because he definitely can use his general. He's got a lot of ammunition and might as well just get rid of the spear levy and make sure that he can, in fact, control the archery dojo. So very nicely done by Tung. Looks like he's doing very, very well in terms of the slow kind of methodical play. He needs to be careful because Adalar's general is moving up. Doesn't really have line of sight though, so Adalar's gen in fact needs to be careful. He's gonna pull back. The red bear is starting to take damage from the Bokachi. How much ammo does the Bokachi have? 25. Now fire arrow is gonna get shot here. Ooh, red bear is starting to lose a lot more now. 58 kills. That is quite huge. Adalar's gen pushing up, and he does get some shots off onto Tung's general. Got some kills. Just not quite sure why Tung actually didn't protect his general with the red bear over here, because he could have done this ages ago. So again, not quite sure. And this unit should have line of sight as well. There we go. But it might have been just more efficient overall to let his general do the work, because they only have 12 volleys, this unit of red bear, and he might want to save them. But still, like, it's still nice to get rid of the spear levy to get the archery dojo for yourself anyway. Now the spear levy will be off the field soon. We don't have Tung hiding though, so he's gonna get shot as well here. He's gonna pull back though. Only losing 4 men. That is pretty good for him. And now he's going to start positioning these units to get some flanking shots. The thing is that the line of sight is inexistent here. Now spear levy is actually gonna make it into the red bears because Tung doesn't kite back. Ooh, and they did just connect and route. That is quite funny. They don't get a single kill. Still looking quite good for Tung, and Adalar going to push forward, but Tung should have positioned himself to fire here. So now he's just gonna get shot in the rear. Oh, very, very close, but not quite. Now Adalar's unit here is pushing up, but no line of sight for Tung's unit. No line of sight here either for any of them. This game is just taking so long. Ooh, the revolvers. Oh, never mind. It's fine because of the line of sight. If he does try to... I don't know what he's doing, because if he does this, he's just gonna get shot and his revolvers will bite the dust. Very, very risky play by Adalar here. I don't know what he's trying to achieve with the revolvers. He's playing with fire over here. Because if he moves them a little bit too weird, a little bit too close, they might get shot. And I feel like there might be line of sight on them actually now. Oh, now definitely there will be. I feel like he's trying to get the first shot on the white bears, but even if he does, like, this isn't the trade that he wants at all. Like, he's lost so much of his revolvers already. He's gotten some kills, but 4 lost on this and quite a lot lost on that. But I guess that's what he was trying to do, like trying to abuse the fact that there's so little line of sight and range here that he could move up his revolvers and get shots off onto these units. But the thing about that is it's very, very tricky to pull off, and it's not really worth it. Like, it's very risky, very tricky, and not very rewarding, I guess. cool to see, but still. Oh, this is way too risky at this point. He's gonna get shot. He is definitely gonna get shot. There's no way. He actually pulls out and doesn't get shot. This unit didn't fire at all. I'm sure there was line of sight though. Okay, maybe there wasn't. I'm not sure. So actually, Adalar did push Tung off the archery dojo. He did achieve that, and that's good for Adalar. I'm going to fast forward because this is taking way too long at this point. So Tung going to push up, and he gets a nice volley off onto the infantry. The marine not really getting a single volley off. The kills on the infantry, the marine are huge. He lost like half the unit. Oof, poor infantry, the marine here. And Adalar's Shogunate infantry not in position. Now they're going to get shot as well. He is in the forest, so that's going to be good for him, but he didn't get the first shot. And he's firing to the Red Bear, whereas Tung's US Marines are here in position, and he will be able to simply overpower this side. Pushing up way too far, though, with his US Marines, I feel. Now here comes the massive engagement that is waiting for. Yariki is getting to this Red Bears, however, revolvers in position. We're actually not in position for Tung. These guys are not doing too much. Now they're starting to get the kills. Yariki is going to destroy this unit, but Adalar's revolvers are kind of like not actually doing the damage. Now they're starting to do it, but infantry, the marine. Not sure if this is worth it for Tung though, to be frank, because he's pushing his revolvers frontally, but I think he still has enough mass to maybe push through here. It's going to be... And these revolvers here are going to take damage. They might actually die on Tung's revolvers. So this is a very crazy attempt by Tung to push.
Is running from the battlefield, sir.
US Marines here will end up winning though. I mean, this is very heavy and super costly in terms of attrition for Tung. I feel like he definitely could have attacked here better, but he might just have the numbers necessary. And now this revolver is engaged here. Will take so much damage to the Red Bear and this US Marine. US Marine not actually engaging, and it's gonna get rear charged by this Yariki. So well done by Adalar in that case. But I wonder if it's going to be enough, as he still lost so many units. Bokachi has gone 65 kills. Is it out of ammo? Because it... I mean, Tung could definitely push up here. I don't know why he's not pushing up with this unit. There's nothing that can actually stop him here. This is definitely a mistake by Tung. If he pushed up here, I mean, how it would be so easy for him to get some nice volleys off onto this Red Bear. He's gonna use his general here in melee instead of actually just shooting at this Yariki. I feel like he should have just shot the Yariki. Not the best, I think. And he's taking some odd engagements here. Tung, that is. Now his Yariki's coming in, but General took some damage, and now he's getting his Black Tortoise shot. So this is definitely not optimal, I guess, for Tung. But I think he still has enough to pull this off. Especially with that Marine, because Adalar doesn't have any 150s remaining, and his Marine got destroyed as well. So, I guess Adalar actually did call GG in this instance. It's definitely, again, well done by Tung. In the beginning, because once it got very chaotic, he didn't actually do it properly, I think. But yeah, looks like Tung's gonna be up 2-1 over his opponent here, Adalar. Didn't expect this outcome so far, but we'll see. So lots of kills on the revolvers. Bokachi's again excellent tool for Tung. Did so much work. Adalar's revolver is doing very well here. Tung's not so much, because he pushed them frontally and they got shot and then died. But yeah, that is game 3, and now it's match point for Tung. See you in game 4. So this is game 4 again on Crossroads. Can see if only Tung's going to win it here, and now it's gonna be Adalar tying up the series. I don't know exactly. Like, I can't predict because they're pretty close, but definitely I think that Tung has better early game than Adalar. I think that's for sure. From what I've seen so far, at least he's been getting some very nice engagements in the beginning, mostly compared to Adalar. But once it becomes hectic, Adalar might be slightly better in that regard. We'll see. As I'm gonna go over the dojos, workshop, shrine, and sword dojo. So, okay, dojos, I guess. Now let me go over Adalar's build. He has, let's see, 2 Yarkeys on his right flank, 2 Yarkeys on his left. Actually, are they all vanilla? Looks like they all are vanilla. He does have 2 revolvers on the field as well. Command gun general. For his right flank, 3 red bears in the center, kind of like a white bear all the way in the back, and a Royal Marine up front. His left flank, US Marine with red bear. Now for the build of Tung, same kind of style that he's using with his Yarkeys and revolvers here. 2 revolver cap and 2 vanilla Yarkeys here. We see a Yarkey on his right flank, probably another Yarkey, and a US Marine with the black tortoise here. In the center we see his command gun general pushed up front. A white bear with a red bear for his left flank, kind of like in the forest, 2 red bears here. Then a red bear, white bear, and black tortoise over here. Bokachi gonna be fairly interesting to see what they can do. Again, going to fast forward it because they're both just gonna be pushing up to the dojos right now. And it's like Tung is going to capture this area for sure. And he's gonna have the workshop. Thing is, he only has 150 compared to Adalar. So Adalar is going to have the sword dojo, and we won't really be able to see. Ooh, Tung contesting it. Now Tung making a mistake here. Did get some nice volleys off into the Royal Marine, but this is losing his Bokachi. Still moving them around and not being able to do what they need to do. I mean, if he had the follow-up, this would be great, because the Royal Marine is actually isolated. So if he actually got a camp into this Royal Marine somehow, like if he went around like this, it'd be brilliant, but it would still be a bit risky, I guess. So we have workshop for Tung. He's going to continue pushing this flank, whereas Adalar has both the sword dojo and the shrine, so definitely Adalar with the advantage in that case. And this time around, it's Adalar getting the better engagement in the beginning. The Bokachis of Tung, actually, one of them fired an arrow and the others didn't really fire. Some volleys being shot here. 143 men. Let's see how many die to this. Only 1. Okay. 1 more died. I guess this is not too effective because they're not really firing frontally. They're kind of firing over the building, so not really as efficient, I guess. But wow, the kills on this Royal Marine, that is huge. And we're gonna see another volley come in here. Only 2 losses this time, but still. Let's see what this one does. No kills at all. So many arrows on the ground here. Again, no kills on the Royal Marine whatsoever. 2 kills now, though. So this is the only thing happening in the game so far. Bokachi, like this Royal Marine still doesn't have line of sight, whereas the Bokachi does, of course. It's being so annoying. Look at it. Got this Royal Marine down to 125 men left, and Adalar is like, what am I going to do? Because I can't keep the shrine the way this is going. This Royal Marine is down to 124 men. Bokachi using a lot of volleys though to do that. He's killed 1 red bear over here. But definitely lowering the efficiency of this Royal Marine by a lot. And now he's gotten a few kills on this red bear too. Definitely a cool unit to bring on Crossroads though, I guess. I kind of like the choice of bringing it, because it can definitely gain you an advantage over here. Mostly over here, because this is where you can use it. Because look at all the rough terrain on this map. So it looks like Adalar wants to bait with this red bear and then get some shots off with the US Marines. But if Tung is good enough, like he can get a volley off with the US Marine and pull back into the forest, and then chasing would be suicide for Adalar at that point. Ooh, mistake here by Tung though. It's gonna get this unit double teamed. It's gonna be bad for this unit. And doesn't even get a shot off. How come it doesn't get the first shot? Definitely had a line of sight against this white bear, but it didn't. And now it's just going to go down super fast. Ooh, Adalar also getting a nice volley here into the US Marine, getting 9 kills. So this push by Adalar is actually doing. It's actually gotten a lot with it. Down to 132 men. Yeah, Tung's kind of like messing up the way he's pulling back his troops, not as efficient. He's gonna get. Ooh, this is gonna be a good trade for him, I feel. Because Adalar is pushing a bit too far, but this unit doesn't really have line of sight apparently or something. Oh, I feel like Adalar is overextending a lot though right now. This is definitely an overextension by Adalar. Now this unit is gonna be not doing so well. Here comes Adalar. He's gonna go for the US Marine. Nope, he's not gonna commit. As we see Tung going in. Here comes the Yarki, but I feel like, ooh, the revolvers get a fuzz volley for Tung. However, is that actually going to matter? Yarki is connecting with the revolvers. Ooh, but I don't think this is good for Tung actually. Because the Yarikis will be off the field here. Looks like he's gonna disengage them, but you can't really disengage against revolvers. They should get shot soon. Surprised they didn't get shot to pieces already. There they go. So here we see the US Marines of Tung actually getting engaged.
Your general is in mortal peril, sir.
Nothing happening over here. Look, the Yarikis of Adalar just pulling through to get to the general. Very well done by Adalar here. The thing is, this US Marine is just taken so much damage, not really done much. This is gonna be engagement that Tung isn't gonna win either. Black Tortoise force here gonna get pushed back by US Marines. This US Marine is starting to actually do a lot of work for Adalar. Adalar pushing into this US Marine. Ooh, this is looking very, very bad for Tung right now, I think. He's lost a lot on this flank. He definitely needed those 2 Yarikis because Adalar just focused over there. I guess Adalar didn't use the 2 Yarikis there, but still. I'm not sure about this though. The revolvers are pushing it a bit too far. Let's pull them back in time though. No revolvers were lost there. Still, I just don't see how this is just so much damage done to Tung right now. I mean, he can of course win it, but it's gonna be difficult. I think he's gonna push up into 2 units with 3, but there's this Royal Marine in support for Adalar, so I think this isn't gonna be good if he does actually decide to push forward. However, Adalar needs to be careful here because his Royal Marine might get isolated. Here comes Tung. If he gets a charge into his red bears without them firing, this could be huge. And indeed he does. Now he should get through to the other side. But he isn't.
One of your units can no longer fire, General.
Revolvers are out of ammo. Now they're gonna get shot to pieces. Revolvers of Tung over here. Wow. Destroying that Yariki. So Tung's still pushing through here. And red bears of Adalar are getting shot in the flank by this white bear. Wow, that's insane. And Tung actually pushing through here. Bokachi's not doing too much though anymore. Red bears doing the damage against Adalar. Look at these Royal Marines just dropping right now. Adalar not really kiting too well. He needed to have this flank engaging by now. This red bear is going to charge downhill against the white bear. Will be cool, I guess, but it's not going to end up winning this, despite having better melee stats than the white bear. It's just non-engagement, it can win being down like half the unit. It's killing a lot of the white bear though. Ooh, more volleys off into the Royal Marines of Adalar, and suddenly it doesn't look very good for Adalar. He does get Bokachis though. With the Yarikis, very well done here. I feel like he has to stop these units so he can actually kill them. Because look at them, they're in red morale. If they were engaged, I mean, I guess he's very reluctant to use that Yariki right now because it's his last cavalry. But look at these Royal Marines. Ooh, they're just getting shot right now and they can't really deliver any damage. But now he's actually going to start engaging here. This is bad for Adalar. He definitely should have kept his Royal Marines. This unit is down to 32 men, so it's not really going to do what it needs to do. He needed this unit to stay alive, these two units, and now he's going to end up wasting them. He's going to engage over here, which this is where I think, indeed, Adalar should engage. But he's not engaging properly over here. I mean, he shouldn't engage at all over here. Which he did, and he just lost this flank. Because of that, I feel. Now he's going to, of course, like, this flank, it was so easy for him to win. And now he should get into the rear of this red bear, I feel. He needs to hit this red bear in the rear, not this unit. This unit, to stop it from retreating, and then Adalar and then he can push up with the other units. He's just gonna waste his units here. Waste his Yariki here, I think. Nope, he's gonna keep it alive somehow, it seems. Nope, it's routed off the field. Definitely think he should have charged this unit. But he might still be in good shape on if this US Marine does what it's supposed to do, but it's not going to. This unit was pushed up too far, and now I think that it's not going to go well for him. Look at the US Marine. He's going to rally it, but it's taking so much damage because it's in such a bad formation, and it moved into 125 range. Now it's getting destroyed by 125 bears and blackbirds. It's only gotten like 140 kills, which is still something, but well, almost the chain route here for Tung, but not quite. That Marine over there, that was the big turning point in this game at the end. If he didn't push it up so hard and in that formation, he could have gotten off. He could have potentially won this game instead. But still, some very, very close games. Or interesting games. Looks like Tung is going to push on through into the next round, which should be the semi-final, where he'll be having a tough opponent for sure. It's going to be Serge Livanidov. So let's see the statistics. Okay, here are the stats. And quite close game. Let's see, Tung's Bears did nicely. Revolvers again. Bokachis didn't do so much. Still got some kills on Marines though. That was cool. Adalar's regular white bears did damage. US Marines, again, didn't do what they needed to do. Because at the end they got pushed up. They pushed up way too far and then just got caught. In like, I don't know, like 3 units or something were firing at the Marine and killing it. But anyway, that is game and match for Tung. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to see more, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. Share the video, and I'll see you next time.